Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your second reading for February. I hope this finds you well. Bringing you a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If nothing resonates whatsoever and you're here as a Sag Sun, you may want to check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign. Sometimes more powerful messages come through that way, especially with regard to relationships, because it's the face we show to the world. And sometimes we are misread or misinterpreted. So you may want to check your rising reading or be a cross watcher and watch the sun or rising readings of your divine counterpart. If you're here as a cross watcher, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading that you will consider joining us by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it. Okay, I'm pulling two cards from, this is the Enchanted Map, one for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. Both are coming out reverse, so I'm going to read them to you. And always remember, you can flip the energies around. What that means is I set an intention for the reading and I lay out Divine Masculine is coming through on this side, Divine Feminine is coming through on this side, but it can come through reverse for you because it is a reading for the collective. So I just like to let people know that. The masculine gets card 15, One Ring Circus in reverse. Card 15, 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 is about balance and harmony. So we'll take a look at One Ring Circus in reverse. And the feminine gets card 35, Education in reverse. So 3 and 5 is 8. Think of that 8 of Pentacles, right? That focus, that is the Apprentice card. It's about, being studious and looking for creative solutions to problems. So education in reverse. So let's look at card 15 in reverse. It says, got a frog in my throat. So see the elephant there on the rock. If you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear-based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate a misuse of power. Give it up, let go of the need to control how the wind blows, and let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be a savior. Things will get done if you step out of your own way. Yet another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you. This needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. This is a wonderful step to interdependence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally, neither overshadowing the other. So I love that this comes out in reverse here to kind of remind you, dear masculine, if you're here as the masculine, that it doesn't have to all be on your shoulders, and don't crowd out the value of participation of your divine counterpart. Right? This is about mission, and it takes two, and sometimes it takes more than two. It takes three. That co-creative energy of the Three of Pentacles is what I'm feeling coming through. So very interesting card. Feminine gets card 35 in reverse. I love this little deck. Education in reverse. So it says stubbornness and the desire to know it all and be right no matter what will not get you what you want. These two cards are almost coming through with the same message. So that's a hint. Okay. Or could it be that you're afraid to be seen as someone who knows less than you're supposed to? Could you be flying through life by the seat of your pants, hoping no one will notice you're skimming the surface of things? Life is filled with lessons, some bitter, some sweet. A strident lust for certainty will never bring you the wisdom you seek. Pretending to know more than you do won't make you wise. Be assured that not knowing is a magical place to be. All manner of mysteries are revealed. Be open. It's okay not to know. I love this for the feminine. Here's why. Because it suggests that, especially because I'm reading for twin flame connections, that there's always growth and learning, and you have to kind of have a beginner's mind here and not expect to know it all, and not be embarrassed or ashamed that you don't really understand what's happening, that you don't have all the answers for, that's why people come to tarot. That's why people investigate and use and make use of other divination tools, whether it's oracle or tarot or pendulum work or Akashic records, and I could go on, but it's because we're all looking for more knowledge and more insight to kind of help us make sense of things. It's telling you it's okay not to know it all, so sort of open your mind and you will learn more that way if you are the student. I've got a new little deck here. Thank you to those who have made donations to the channel. It's 50 inspirational insight cards. These are just positive, inspirational messages from poets and authors and thought leaders and famous people. So I'm always looking for positive energy to bring to the readings. So this is for our Sagittarians watching. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Let's see what comes through. J.K. Rowling. Okay, so our Harry Potter aficionado. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. I love that. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. So, lovely message. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your connection. I'm really got a dry throat today. For those who are wondering about the morning musings, I do still conduct the morning readings, but they weren't catching on, so I shifted away from recording them and publishing them here. They will be coming back in the form of channel membership. I didn't even know there was such a thing, and see, beginner's mind. So that'll be coming in the next week or two, so stay tuned for what that membership will be about. And that way I can bring all kinds of readings and videos on all kinds of topics in a membership platform that won't detract from the main channel. So that's what's been happening. All right, here we go. Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Two major arcana here. This is very interesting. We've got the Chariot for the masculine showing up in the reading in the energy of the Chariot. That's Cancerian energy. And it is about victory and moving forward, moving forward victoriously. We'll have to look at the clarifiers to see if anything's blocking the path. Here we have, for the feminine, stepping into the reading in the energy of the Hermit. That is Virgo energy. And the Hermit is about becoming one's own guru. It's about doing the inner work and focusing on your own self-awareness. It is a solitary job. So what that means is sometimes you kind of have to remove yourself from a situation and take a deep dive for more understanding of what you're bringing to the party, so to speak. What role you've played, and if anything has gone sort of sideways. But it is a beautiful card of introspection and wisdom. I like that. All right, so yeah, just pull the cards here. We have an Ace of Swords in the past. Ooh, Hierophant right now. Maybe and the Five of Cups in the future. That came out in the morning reading I did. We have Divine Feminine here. The feminine energy of the Empress in the past. Present energy is the Three of Swords. Present experience, I should say. And in the future, woohoo, hello, Two of Cups. So I'm feeling as if there's something going on right now for the feminine that is being perceived as very hurtful, broken-hearted, heavy-hearted, and in the future, that masculine in the energy of regrets of the past. So I will explore this. This is another new little deck. Thank you to our donors, called Magic Seer. What I do is I just collect the donations, add them up, and then I go on a little shopping spree for oracle cards and tarot cards and other little niceties that can help make the channel better. So thanks to those of you who are paying it forward. Chariot, please. Chariot. That wanted to fly out. Strength card. I'm going to keep shuffling a little bit. So we have Cancerian energy in the Chariot, Leo in the Strength card, Taurus in the Hierophant. And the Ten of Wands. Wow, with the Twin. Okay, and here is the Fool. Okay, this is coming out from right under the deck. Got it? And there's our Two of Cups, which is showing some mirrored energy here between the two of you. A little bit further forward for the feminine, but right now for the masculine, it's coming out underneath. So I'm going to pull these three cards away for now, for this moment, because they have an entirely different meaning. What I'm seeing here from the top of the deck is this masculine wanting to move beyond an obstacle, kind of trying to gather up their strength, their courage, and their confidence to know they can overcome any obstacle, any burden. Got it? And that's why the Ten of Wands is here, because they really want to offload the negative karma. They truly want to move forward, and they kind of want to come through the whole situation favorably, right? This victory energy. So that's coming from the top of the deck. That means that's in their conscious awareness. What comes from under the deck is more about what's rumbling around and bubbling up to the surface in one's psyche. It's also what's going on behind the scenes sometimes. And we have the beautiful energies, the twin flames soulmate cards with the Fool smack in the middle. That Aquarian energy of the Fool is all about taking a leap forward. It is about seeing things in a more positive light and taking calculated risks and setting out on a new adventure, which is right up your alley, Sag. But I'm feeling as if there's a certain amount of, I've got to have some faith here. I have to take a leap of faith, because this is all underneath. So while they're gathering up their strength, their courage, and their confidence to overcome whatever challenge has beset you in this connection, underneath there's much more hopeful energy. So that's what I see. In the past, Ace of Swords, boom, a flash clear out of the blue, possibly an aha moment, a divine gift of insight, wisdom, knowledge, maybe an epiphany, or some big truth came in. Wow, this Queen of Swords came out twice for you this morning. So could involve a Queen of Swords. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is someone who, yes, doesn't suffer fools, is very direct, good communicator. Also fair-minded, notice the hand extended, but in reverse. Yeah, this queen, she'll cut you right out. Boom. So I'm wondering if there's some information that came in for this masculine that made things fair, some truth about this Queen of Swords, or some realization or insight around the energy of the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a truth seeker and a truth teller. One more on that. The Five of Pentacles was the anchor card this morning. So the Five of Pentacles is kind of like feeling shut out in the cold, maybe ghosted. Somebody just kind of vaporizes. They just disappear. And you can't access the warmth of the connection. See the beautiful warmth of the stained glass windows of the church. And these two people are out in the cold, and they're stumbling around, and they're injured, and they're probably hungry and tired. But if they would just go around the corner and enter the church, they would find much warmth and comfort. So sometimes this instability, which fives are instability, this instability is really because you're depending too much on other things here in 3D to kind of keep you grounded. So keep that in mind. But it came out this morning, and it was the overall card anchoring the whole reading. Here's the Sun underneath. I'm going to take it because it suggests that this masculine was really looking for information that would help explain what the energy of the Five of Pentacles is about, so that they could once again be happy. So that Sun is about our happiness, feeling safe, feeling protected in our vulnerability. That Five of Pentacles is total vulnerability. Can be a little bit of devaluing as well. I'm wondering if this feminine just kind of disappeared, did a disappearing act, because Five of Pentacles with the Hermit maybe just pulled back into themselves. Something went wrong or was misunderstood. I'm looking at communication here. Hierophant right now. Present experience of this connection may be spiritual awakening, or at least being very clear about who they are at their core, this masculine, exploring that energy right now. Who am I at my core? What are my beliefs around commitment? This is a card of conventional committed relationships. Some people see it as the commitment you make to yourself, your higher self. It's about our morals, our values, what we stand for, and how we sort of operationalize the commitments we make out there in the world. This is Taurus, so it's earth energy. So they're feeling that right now in terms of this connection. Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a feminine archetype of life partner. This is someone you commit to. So I'm not seeing it, so I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is the feminine, and I feel the Queen of Swords is too. Its energy that I'm looking at and reading here is someone who's stable and grounded and would have your back. And so if you're here as the masculine, I feel like this is about this feminine, and you're exploring right now the energy, what your beliefs are around commitment, what your beliefs are, you know, here at 3D. Of what a committed conventional relationship looks like to you. What does it mean to you? What are the beliefs you hold around it, etc.? What have you learned from your family? Does that make sense? Because we all have sometimes different life experiences that impact our beliefs and how we approach things like commitment, right? And there it is. There's that 10 of Cups. So really kind of thinking about the happily ever after, that nirvana state of a happy home, a happy life, you know, really being truly, fully loved. 10 of Cups. Wow. But something went amok, because I see that Strength card with the 10 of Wands, and there's something that needs to kind of weighing heavily on the masculine. They need to kind of let go of it. They're trying to explore that 5 of Pentacles, and we get here and I'm seeing all this positive energy, and then in the future, 5 of Cups. That's the regrets of the past, the mistakes of the past, sort of a sense of loss and sadness and grief. Before I pull that card, and I will pull that card right off the top, notice that the focus is looking at the 3 cups that have been knocked over. What's right behind him? The 2 of Cups is still there upright. So I'm just feeling that energy is this, in the future, this masculine may be putting a little bit too much emphasis on what went wrong in the past. 9 of Cups. Before I clarify it, one more on that, please, with the Emperor. So in this case, it doesn't feel like wish fulfillment. It feels like the 9 of Cups is coming through almost reversed. Someone who's just being complacent and taking the situation as it is and just being content with that. That is the energy of, if this is as good as it gets, you know, I'm all right with that. So I'm feeling as if the divine masculine is reviewing, in the future, is reviewing all that went on, what didn't work, and just saying, well, it is what it is. But we have the Hermit here for the feminine, doing a lot of inner work. It's a solitary journey, self-exploration. Two of Pentacles, it feels like there's a little bit of a juggling act going on, weighing their options, endings and new beginnings. So I'm definitely feeling that something went sideways and the feminine is trying to decide, do I continue on in this connection? Do we, have an ending of this cycle and a new beginning, or do I just go on my, on my way? So that Two of Pentacles represents that sort of, juggling these options, weighing realities on the ground. What am I really dealing with? And looking at it from the perspective of endings and new beginnings. So will the new beginning be with this person, or will it be in a whole new direction? That's the question. Underneath, I am taking the Ace of Wands. It was in your morning reading along with the Three of Swords. And here is your Hermit again. And I am taking the Wheel of Fortune. And I am taking, look at all these cards. It's telling me the whole story, the King of Pentacles. So now we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. So all these cards underneath are telling you what's rolling around in the psyche of this feminine. So if you're the feminine, hello. And as you're on this solitary journey, dear feminine, and weighing those options and considering endings and new beginnings, what you can't avoid is this passion. There's a lot of passion here, despite the heartache. That's why it hurts even more, because this was the connection where you just felt so alive, the divine gift of inspired passion. So it wasn't just your ordinary, that looks good to me. It was deeper. It was a deeper type of passion, which kind of led you to a deeper heartache, which is sending you on this solitary journey. Maybe has made you kind of a little more reclusive, but there's this wisdom in the Hermit to understand that this might all be part of the plan. The beautiful Sagittarian card here, Sag, of the Wheel of Fortune is about, the Jupiter is expansive, and there's this energy of everything is unfolding in divine time and order. And what you're looking for, the payoff that you're looking for, will come in divine time and order. And there's some wisdom showing up here to suggest that this feminine knows that. And what would come through? Someone stable, grounded, life partner material, masculine archetype of life partner that shows up for you every day in 3D, has your back, boom, commitment, city. So I know I pulled a lot of cards, but I feel like the story is underneath, which means to some degree it's either being pushed down or suppressed, possibly a little repressed, because the heartache is still very fresh. But it helps you gain more insight. Here in the past, the unconditional love of the divine feminine, the Empress. We've got Taurus and Libra in the Empress, guided by Venus. Very patient. So to some degree, this feminine in the past was like, I know I've planted the seeds and it's just going to evolve organically. But even though there's all this unconditional love, there may have been a moment of impatience. What am I waiting for? Yes, I've reached this crossroads. So the Judgment card, Scorpio energy in the Judgment card. Judgment card is a card of, coming to a crossroads where it's stop or go, in or out, up or down, on or off. It's like, that's it. You're being called up for a second chance, a card of second chances. Do you take it or do you opt out, right? A card of forgiveness. Do you ask for it? Do you offer it? Or do you just go your own way? So I feel as if this feminine, while patiently, holding on to the unconditional love and patiently, or not so patiently, waiting for things to evolve, organically reach that point where there was a crossroads energy of the Judgment card. And underneath, boom, no bueno. So I think this Five of Swords is usually a card of an unfair fight. Something that was definitely out of balance, was unfair. The feminine may have felt that there was sabotage involved or gaslighting, but just the energy of this card is an energy of, I will win by any means necessary, even if I have to like lose everything in doing so. And I feel that may have been what was going on in this feminine's eyes and what caused the feminine to withdraw. And now the heartache over that situation. So in other words, we reached that moment of crossroads in the past, and the answer was, this was just like the last straw. Right now, present experience of the connection, I feel this feminine is still trying to work through the heartache, the heavy-heartedness, broken-heartedness. And that Three of Pentacles suggests a co-creative spirit, an understanding, like maybe reaching out to spirit. But this would represent you, your divine counterpart, and spirit working together to kind of build the connection stronger. So I feel there's a willingness, an openness to it, and waiting for that message, right? The Page of Swords, looking for the information, maybe kind of scoping out the masculine, waiting for messages. Maybe this could be about social media, looking for clues. That the Page of Swords is the detective of the tarot, right? Is this person going to come toward me with love? Knight of Cups. So a willingness, despite the heartache, to work through it, looking for clues or waiting for a message as to whether or not this person will come toward the feminine with their heart wide open. And then in the future, we've got the Two of Cups again. So there's some mirrored energy there. Queen of Cups, emotional availability. This is more unconditional love. The Queen of Cups is the empath of the tarot. So there's sort of compassion and sensitivity. Lots of intuitive strength in the Queen of Cups as well. She is a nurturer, a nurturing kind of energy, provides a lot of healing. So does represent Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wow. Feminine isn't letting go of the hope, of that that abundance, the stability, the groundedness, the connectedness, and the opportunity to build a life together. So if this is speaking to you, Sag, I'm going to take it to the extended. The way that will work is I take all this energy, and now I'm looking at one issue or situation or energy that needs your focus, so that all of this doesn't overwhelm you too much. The second card will be the block or the challenge around that issue, possibly a dynamic between you that needs to be dealt with to kind of overcome the first card. And the third card is, what can you expect to come of all that, or what can you do about the block or the challenge? Will depend on the cards coming out. I will clarify all that, and then a message from this masculine to the feminine, a message from the feminine to the masculine, and then a card for you, Sag, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. Will give your spiritual team an opportunity to weigh in on the whole shebang, and then what can you expect going forward. If timing's a factor, it would show up there, but I already see the Wheel of Fortune. I already see cards that are leading me toward this is already in progress and moving forward, so I won't worry about the timing as much, but it'll help you see what you can expect maybe coming on your path going forward. Okay, Sagittarius, so great being with you. The link to the extended is below in the description box, right below the video, right at the top. I'll see you there in a second or in a future reading. Take care.